VRSA's public safety specialist, Gary Dillon, knew he wanted to be a law enforcement officer since he was a child.
My father was a retired Secret Service agent, and I always admired what he did, and I wanted to be a part of that, not necessarily with the Secret Service, but to be in law enforcement.
He spent 10 years of his childhood in Miami, where his stepmother worked as a homicide investigator with the city. After moving to Virginia as a teenager, his path toward public safety began.
When I was about 14 years old, I was a junior firefighter in Lexington, Virginia, and I did that for about a year.
However, his career began in law enforcement in 1994 as an officer in the town of Orange. This is where Dillon was first exposed to the importance of policy development, something he still focuses on today in his role with VRSA.
In 1994, when I was with the Orange Police Department, then Chief Jim Otto asked me to write a policy on the use of tint meters, which is a little device we would slide over a car's window to measure the darkness of the tint. And I had no policy background whatsoever. I had a typewriter to write this on, and I did my research and met with other departments and the state police and wrote my first policy.
These skills in policy development furthered as he transitioned to a new role, working to establish a new police department in West Point.
When we helped start the West Point Police Department, we started a police force from the ground up, so they had no policy manual. Luckily, at the time, Virginia had a model policy manual, the Department of Criminal Justice Services, and we got a copy of that and modified it to fit how we were going to do law enforcement operations in West Point.
From there, he served 6 years as a police officer in the city of Charlottesville, where he was responsible for maintaining the city's state law enforcement accreditation. From this position, he moved to the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice Services, where he oversaw the state accreditation program. After 10 years with DCJS, Dillon decided to go back into service as a deputy chief of police for the Warrenton Police Department. During this time, he also began volunteering his time with the Crozet Volunteer Fire Department.
Well, when I joined, I had to go through the basic training, which is nights and weekends and a lot of online training. But you'd show up on the weekends to do your skills training, the actual fires, and learning how to put those out, and water supply and all those kinds of things, ladders. And then I kept training. I got firefighter 2, and then I was certified as an instructor, and then certified as an instructor level 2, and then I went to an officer level course. So I kept climbing as far as the training ranks go because I wanted to be the best equipped that I could to be a firefighter.
In 2017, Dillon began working as a law enforcement specialist with VRSA. In 2019, his position was changed to public safety specialist as his work continued to expand.
I think that it was identified earlier on that I have my fire background, and we also have many members that are fire departments, and we wanted to be able to expand our resources to them. So me having the background makes it easier for me to be able to walk into a fire department and talk to a chief and be able to communicate and understand each other. I'm passionate about public safety, and now being able to expand more into the fire side makes it even more exciting. I have a broad range of experience. I serve over 130 police departments in Virginia and nearly 50 fire departments, and both of them require policies in order to insulate themselves from liability. And it's my job to help both of those with the policies. A policy is policy. It's what you put into it and getting the people to follow it. That's going to be beneficial to them. You have to train your people on policy. You have to show that they receive policy. So if something comes up down the road to where they have to be disciplined or you take some type of corrective action, you can show that they knew the rules.
Dillon wants to remain accessible to all members he serves to help them with issues as they arise.
I think accessibility is very important, especially in this role, because sometimes things happen, whether it's a personnel matter or a critical incident, and they need either assistance with communications, press releases, or just advice on how to handle a particular incident, especially the smaller agencies that may not have a policy that covers that. I see the results of the policy that I help them with, the trainings that we do, and it's nice when they call me. It can be a chief of a large department says, "Hey, I need help. Can you help me?" That's what's most satisfying for me, to be able to have those relationships and know they depend on me and they're willing to call me even after hours for advice.
For more information on VRSA's public safety services, visit www.vrsa.us.